Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen, I wanted to talk a little bit about TSM today because this tweet explains what happened to them this weekend. I was really hyped up. I was really excited. I thought this was going to be a close, good series. I was definitely thinking that Team Liquid was coming in looking really, really good. I was very impressed with how they looked against Cloud9 in the last week. And I know, and I've said this time and time again, that at their best, I do think Team Liquid is the best team in North America. I think they are the most talented roster. When they have Alphari, when they have Santorin, when they are both playing well, I think top to bottom, Team Liquid is the best, scariest roster in the LCS. So I knew this was going to be a tough matchup, but I thought this would be a little bit closer. I thought this would be a little bit more interesting, but Team Liquid really handed it to TSM, securing the world spots for themselves, sending TSM to the lower bracket, and all of a sudden TSM goes from the #1 overall seed, one series away from Worlds, to really being in a whole lot of trouble all of a sudden. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. Definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamGerm. With that being said, here we go, getting right into this one. Again, TSM, a 3-1 loss to Team Liquid. Some of these games were close. TSM had some chances in the first, I would say, 3 games. Obviously, they ended up winning one of them. But even the game TSM won, they very easily could have lost that as well. There was one real pivotal fight in the bot lane that TSM really kind of blew the game wide open. And there were some questions if Team Liquid played it perfectly, if Alphari played it as good as he could have, and that fight could have gone very, very different. And then TSM could have very easily got 3-0'd. Now, is there a world where TSM maybe steals another one of the, the first 3 games? I think it's possible, but either way, I think coming out, Team Liquid showed that they had better drafts, better strategies, more strategies, and were able to consistently punish TSM. And again, I do think part of it was TSM maybe playing a little bit bad. They obviously had some individual mistakes. Power of Evil with his flash Azir wall that he missed. Huni had a ton of Aurelia stuns that he missed in game 1. But overall, I just think that TSM is not that good of a team. I have tweeted this out so many times, and I've said it the whole year. I think this year's TSM and last year's TSM, even though they won the championship in the summer, are just not good teams. I think TSM in 2020 summer was one of the worst teams to ever win an LCS championship, and I think TSM this year is maybe one of the worst teams to ever win a regular season championship. I think part of this was due in fact that Cloud9 fell off a cliff in summer, and Team Liquid was having roster issues with Santorin and Alphari, obviously. So TSM had a little bit of an easier road. 100 Thieves I think is good, but they've only been playing with one split with Abadage, and Evil Geniuses just a little inconsistent, a little up and down. But yeah, TSM came out as the 1 seed, but I don't think they are a team that's like scary internationally. I don't think this is like some of the old Team Liquid teams with doublets. I don't think this is 2016 TSM. Anything like that. So the fact that they come out and get upset or whatever in the first round of the playoffs by the 5 seed, I don't think is too surprising to me. I was definitely worried for TSM coming into the series, but now that they're in the lower bracket, all of a sudden things get a little bit scarier. The LCS actually hasn't tweeted out an updated bracket or anything, which I think is a little bit weird. You guys know how I feel about the LCS and how they use social media and everything, but whatever. But anyway, we know that Evil Geniuses is dropping down to this Cloud9 game. This game is going to be on Thursday. It's going to be so fun, so exciting. That will be a banger of a series. TSM drops down to play Immortals. I believe that is on Friday, I want to say. So that is obviously, I'm not expecting to be as good of a series. But then if TSM does beat Immortals, they are going to have to face the winner of Cloud9 and Evil Geniuses. Now, I think TSM can beat either one of these teams, and I kind of expect TSM to be favorites against either one of these teams. C9 has not looked like Spring Split C9 at all. They really haven't even looked like MSI C9 at all. At the beginning, it was MSI Hangover, whatever. Evil Geniuses, they can be good, but Jizuke is still as coin flip as ever. Danny is still a rookie, even though he can pop off. And I don't know what Evil Geniuses is going to do in the jungle between Svenskeren and Contract. So I think TSM will be favorites, but in the end, part of why I'm saying I think TSM is in trouble, because now they might not even make Worlds. Now there's a real possibility they don't even make it. But even if they do, as a TSM fan, as a North American fan, as just a League of Legends fan in general, I'm saying who cares? This TSM team is not going to go to Worlds and do anything. They are honestly, I would expect with how the groups are going to shake out, there's going to be 4 LPL teams, 4 LCK teams. Every single group is going to have an LPL and an LCK team. I think that's 4 losses right there for TSM. And then who's going to be that last team in their group? Is it going to be PSG Talon? Is it going to be, an EU team? Like whatever. I honestly, at this point, if you made me guess right now, I would not be shocked if TSM, if they did make it to Worlds, if they even make it, if they wouldn't go 0-6 again. At the end of all of this, I don't really even care if TSM, makes it to Worlds or whatever. I hope they do. I think it would be more interesting. I think they get good viewership. I think, the LCS, League of Legends, everything is better when TSM is at events because people love them, people hate them. It's funny to see them win. It's funny to see them lose. But this TSM iteration is not good. It does kind of get me looking forward to the offseason a little bit, where I think some big moves are needed, and I think some big moves are going to be made for TSM. I mean, absolutely, when you look in the bot lane, they spent a ton of money on Sword Art, and he hasn't been amazing. He's been up and down. He's been good. Sometimes he's been bad sometimes, but right now people still have that excuse of Lost is holding him back, and that's possible. He might be. We don't know for sure until TSM goes out and gets an upgrade in the AD carry position, which I absolutely believe that they will. Lost has not been a good laning AD carry. Him and Sword Art have not been a good laning duo, but then also, some AD carries are bad in lane, good in team fights. Some are good in lane, bad in team fights. Some are good at both, but right now Lost is really bad at both, in my opinion, and just objectively from the stats. He has bad laning stats. He has some of the lowest damage per minute in the entire league. It's not cutting it. Maybe, obviously he was a good up-and-coming talent. He was a good AD carry in Academy, so he should go start out at a lower tier team in the LCS and work his way up to eventually getting on a Cloud9, a Team Liquid, a TSM, if he proves himself first. You don't have to come from Academy and start right on TSM. Now, obviously, TSM this past offseason was not really ready for the retirement of Doublelift. That was kind of unexpected. Also, they were a cheaper team that wasn't able to shell out these big contracts and keep up in this competitive market. But all of a sudden, they have this FTX money. So I definitely expect them to, whatever happens, whether they make it to Worlds and get whacked there or whether they get whacked in the playoffs here and don't even make it to Worlds, I do expect the AD carry changes to be coming for sure. I also, at this point, kind of expect some changes in the top lane. I think Spica and Huni obviously have some good synergy. They've worked well at times together. But overall, I don't think Huni is the level of player that TSM needs at this point in his career. TSM, to me, is a team that should be competing for LCS championships consistently and then going to Worlds and trying to get out of groups. And I think they definitely need an upgrade in the top lane at this point. I think Huni is solid. He got 3rd team All-Pro in summer. I think, he's somewhere in that, 3rd, 4th, 5th best top laner in the LCS. But to me, Alfari for Team Liquid is on another level. Fudge is an 18-year-old developing and showing the potential of being on a whole nother level. Impact is on that whole other level. Someday at his best can be good for 100 Thieves. And right now, Huni is just like a tier below that. And I think TSM really needs to get that upgrade going. So I absolutely think TSM are in trouble. I think they obviously got exposed by Team Liquid. But I really think it was more Team Liquid being good than TSM being like abnormally bad. I think TSM played how they usually play. I just think that Team Liquid is a lot better team than them. And I think, Cloud9, Evil Geniuses, the next matchup for TSM, those teams are going to be more on their level, and it will just be whoever plays well that day. But, man, TSM is in trouble all of a sudden, and it's good and bad because, again, I don't think Worlds would go well anyway, and it might make for an even spicier offseason, which you guys know I am down for. But that is pretty much it for this video today. Definitely drop a like if you guys did enjoy this video. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. You think TSM's going to Worlds? Do you got Cloud9, Evil Geniuses? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.